3, 2, 1.
What's going on, folks, and welcome into this week's edition of Trees 3, the last edition of Trees 3 for 2023. I'm Connor Roundtree, jacked up to be here today. We have a great show for you. We're going to break down the NLL games on tap this weekend. Then we're going to break down the docket of NCAA football games, every single bowl game going down Friday night and Saturday. And, of course, we'll run through NFL with you and our best bets like we kind of already did on Third and Long yesterday. Now, the last thing we're going to do on this show today is give away a pair of NHL or NBA tickets to our winner of the Trees 3 trivia. You guys have been following along, watching the shows, answering the questions all year. We appreciate you. We love you. And now it's time to give back to the community. Benjamin Levitt on Monday Morning Wrap, he won a pair of NHL and NBA tickets. He's going to go see the Raptors play. We sent him a list of games, and he just needs to decide which game he'd like to go to. If you want to get in for that, make sure you head over to sportstree.ca, answer all the trivia questions throughout the year, and sign up. Upgrade your subscription. If you upgrade your subscription, you upgrade your chances in winning. Remember, you can get 5 automatic entries into each one of the raffles without answering any questions, just by becoming a Hall of Fame member, and that gets you access to all of our picks. Now, this is our last show, our last podcast of the year. All of our picks will still be available on sportstree.ca, NLL, college football bowl games, NFL pick packages, UFC pick packages. Will still be grinding away for the rest of 2023. You just won't get to see my ugly mug. Let's jump into this with your top 3 sporting events of the weekend. Coming in at number 3 is the NLL action. It's my podcast. It's my show. I love lacrosse. And guess what? We're pretty good at handicapping it too. We have 3 games on the docket this weekend, starting with the Toronto Rock visiting Panther City. Give me the Toronto Rock to cover the spread. 2.5 goals, -105. That is our play of the day. The Toronto Rock are one of the best teams in the league. Right? They made it to the Eastern Conference Final in 3 consecutive seasons. Actually, I think more than that, going all the way back to 2019, losing to Buffalo every year. They're 1-0 this year. We were at their home opener. They won the game 11-7 after going down early. This team is resilient. They have Mark Matthews, and they also have Nick Rose in between the pipes. They have one of the best transition players in the game in Jalen Rogers. I think the Toronto Rock are a premier lacrosse club. The Panther City Lacrosse Club is not. Not much to say about Panther City. They lost to the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. And if you're losing to the Desert Dogs, that's not it. So I don't think Panther City is that good. They have scored 21 goals in their 2 games. So they're averaging just over 10 goals per game, 10.5 goals per game. And they've allowed 18 goals. So they're giving up over 9 goals per game. And that's just not going to cut it against a potent Rock attack. So give me the Toronto Rock to win that game. That is our play of the day. Georgia Swarm versus the Colorado Mammoth is the later game on Friday night. I like the Georgia Swarm here. Colorado's just simply too banged up. They're dealing with too many injuries right now. And the Swarm have guys like Lyle Thompson that know how to put the ball in the back of the net. So give me the Swarm in Colorado as underdogs. Vancouver visiting the Rochester Knighthawks. This is another betting spot on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That goes down. Give me the Rochester Knighthawks. Rochester's a solid team. They're averaging 15 goals per game this season. They know how to score. They know how to put the ball in the back of the net. Look out for the Rochester Knighthawks, especially as this season continues. Coming in number 2 this week, folks, on Trees 3 is college football, baby. We have all the bowl games starting on Friday night with the Gasparilla Bowl. Gasparilla Bowl. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, it's UCF playing Georgia Tech. Give me UCF at -210 to win this one. UCF's won 3 of the last 4 games. Georgia Tech has lost 2 of the last 3. These programs have played twice since 2020. UCF winning both of those matchups by at least 17 points. The Yellow Jackets have given up more than 30 points per game this season on average. This is a great spot for UCF to go out and get the job done, so make sure you take the University of Central Florida. Arkansas versus NYU. I like Northern Illinois in the upset spot. I like their defense. They have a great defense, holding teams to just 21.2 points per game, the 32nd best mark in the nation. They're hard to run on, averaging just 4.2 yards per carry against, and they're giving up only 164 passing yards per game, the 6th fewest in the country. Arkansas State just beat up on inferior opponents all year. I like this underdog spot for Northern Illinois. You can get that ticket at +130. Give me that all day, every day. The Birmingham Bowl. Yeah, baby, we're heading down to Birmingham where Duke is playing Troy, and Troy is just an inferior program to Duke. That's realistically what this comes down to, and that reflects in their schedule. So the Trojans have ripped off 10 straight wins entering Birmingham on Saturday, while Duke has lost 11 players to the transfer portal, opting out, injury. So 11 players aren't going. That's like half of their starters. Furthermore, Duke is vulnerable. When they give up over 21 points, they're just 1-5 this season. Troy has scored at least 28 points in 6 straight games, and Troy has one of the best defensive fronts in all of college football, and I genuinely mean that. Javon Sullivan accounted for an NCAA best 16 sacks this season, tying the single-season school record, and the Trojans also sat 7th in the nation with 98 tackles for losses. That's absurd. These guys know how to get after the quarterback. They know how to pin their ears back. Give me Troy to go out and get the job done, not to mention the fact that Duke is losing their quarterback to none other than the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl also going down on Saturday. Utah State versus Georgia State. Georgia State has lost 5 straight, and I can't trust a team with that low of confidence heading into a bowl game. Give me Utah State to cover the 1.5 points at -110 all day, every day. JMU versus Air Force. Now, if you watched our bowl game bonanza right here on Sports Tree, you would already see that our college football analyst Aaron Ranson broke down this game and took JMU. You want to know why? Go watch the bowl game bonanza right now. The Las Vegas Bowl. Well, go watch the bowl game bonanza. I broke this game down in the bowl game bonanza. It's probably going to be the most boring bowl game of the year. Watch that episode, head over, give it a watch, give it a click, give it a like, and you can see our best bets for the bowl season. Both Aaron Rance and I give you our top 5 best bets. Both of those picks are in our respective best bets. The 68 Ventures Bowl. South Alabama is playing to win their first ever bowl game. Yeah, they're averaging 30.8 points per game, and they're throwing for 264.9 yards while rushing for over 160. That's how you win bowl games right there. However, at 17.5-point favorites, it's hard to play them outside of a parlay spot, so let's add them into a parlay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And last but not least, folks, it's the Hawaii Bowl, taking place from none other than Hawaii. Coastal Carolina versus San Jose State. Give me SJ State all day, baby. The Spartans finished the season red hot, winning 6 straight games. Well, Coastal Carolina lost back-to-back games heading into the postseason. They also lost their starting quarterback along with 22 others to the transfer portal. Depth will be an issue. SJ State is extremely underrated. They have an incredible rush attack on offense. I like them to rush the football, control the pace of the game, and win this football game. Give me San Jose State. All right, folks, as for the NFL, little more in-depth look at this now. Bengals versus Steelers on Saturday, definitely a stay-away spot. Bills versus Chargers, use the Bills in every single parlay that you have. So let's pull up the Bills here. Another team that I want to throw into our weekend parlay is the Seattle Seahawks. I like them a lot against the Tennessee Titans, although they're on the road. Although the Titans have a potent rush attack and the Seahawks got gashed by the Eagles, I still think this Seahawks team is fighting for more than just the football game. They're fighting for their playoff lives, while the Titans are as dead as a doorknob. So give me them. Also, give me the Chiefs on that one. Give me the Eagles on that one. Give me the Broncos on that one. And that's our NFL parlay for the weekend, folks. I do think that has tremendous value. I think it's going to hit. If you want to get frisky with it, you can add the Cincinnati Bengals. However, playing on the road against a pissed off Mike Tomlin is a little intimidating, I'm not going to lie. So those are our best bets heading into the NFL action for Week 16. All right, folks, getting into your trivia question for today's episode of Trees 3. However, there is no trivia question because today is the season finale of Trees 3, the last episode of Trees 3 for 2023. And we have our trivia raffle winners. We have the top 3. We already did it. Benjamin Levitt just won a Sports Tree hat. Not only did he win the tickets on the Monday Morning Rap Show, he comes in, he's been answering questions, he's been a loyal user, and boom. He wins himself a Sports Tree hat for the holidays. Coming in second place is Aaron Canton. Yes, Aaron, you get yourself a Sports Tree sweater, and then winning a pair of NHL or NBA tickets to see any team he wants to play live. CJ Sifton, congratulations. CJ Sifton also won the pair of golf tickets to any event that he'd like to see live next season. CJ, you're a champion. All right, folks, thank you so much for sticking with us this year. I know we've had a move. I know there's been a lot going on with our shows and whatnot. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We're back. We're rocking and rolling, and we're going to take over 2024. You heard it here first. Sports Tree going to the moon like Dogecoin, baby. The difference is we're not coming back. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree, and cheers. For one last time in 2023, you've made it to the weekend.
3, 2, 1.